Whoa, I cannot believe that 24,000 of you watched the Hosta and Shade Garden tour that I did last year. That means that there are 24,000 people out there that love Hosta as much as I do. And you really showed up in the comment section with some great ideas for me. I asked you two questions. I asked what was your favorite Hosta and what was the Hosta that you paid the most for. And as far as the favorite Hosta list goes, you really helped me have a running list of ones that I have to have for my garden. I'm Heather Thibault at Adventures in Gardening, and today we're going to walk around and we're going to do a tour of the hostas. You're going to see the progress that they have made in this last year. You're going to see some good, you're going to see some bad. I want to talk to you about some changes that I want to make, and there are others that I still need help identifying. Now, you really helped me identify last year. You guys, out of all the categories, all the plant categories that I talked to people online and in person, never have I had such great input on a category of plants as the hostas. You guys really, really love hosta. And I'm so thrilled to meet you all. So we're going to walk around again today. I'm going to name all the hostas. I'm going to show you the new ones that I've gotten since last year. I'm going to show you some gaps of ones that I'm going to be filling in this year. And so far it has been a beautiful hosta season. So let's go take a look around. I have two separate areas that I do my shade gardening in, and one is at the top of the hill and one is at the bottom of the hill. So we're going to start out back at the top first. So this is the back garden here, and it has never looked better than it does today. I have this hosta island here, and then I've got this border all along the edge and on the back. So a challenge that I am having this year is we lost a tree behind me into this area. It has allowed a lot more sun to come in here. So I am hoping that the large trees here will go ahead and start to provide a greater canopy. But I think some of the colors have faded, especially going this way. So I'm going to try really hard to zoom in and get close to the hostas as I name them so you can get a good image of what they look like. Like I said, this area right here, man, it has never looked nicer. I've been using hedge trimmers on the shrubbery in the back to kind of keep it from being on top of the hosta. Now I also have gone with a new tag this year, so we'll see how that works out. This little beauty right here is Golden Tiara. See my new tags? I'm using a white paint pen. These are actually plastic. I got them on Amazon. Golden Tiara is in a couple of spots in my garden, and it is one of those hostas. I bought it because it grows very fast and you can divide it. So it's a fast grower, and you could definitely use it as an edging. And I might do that down in the lower hosta garden. And this one right here is Neptune. And it is, I love the ruffled edge on Neptune. I'm not going to get into too much. I might not be able to help myself of all the companion plants today. We're going to stick to hosta. And Coast to Coast is right here. What a beautiful gold color. It has some iridescence in it. Can you see that? Just so, so pretty. And this is Atlantis. And I love anything that has the chartreuse and the green, that blue green in it, especially next to Coast. Oh, and I almost forgot. This is Munchkin Fire. And I think I've moved that since last year. Last year I talked about moving a lot of the hostas, and it is something that I do when I see something is struggling in the space that it is. And everything that I moved has done, well, almost everything I moved has done really well. So this right here is Blue Cadet. And it is a reliable hosta that looks good almost all the time. And this one is one of the ones that you guys helped me with, is Plantaginia. Yes, so this is a green hosta that gets a white flower and it has fragrant blooms and it multiplies very quickly, and so you will see it as a filler in a lot of different areas. Okay, you can see it all back there. And that one you also helped with, that variegated one, which is just the undulata, I'm going to say it wrong. If you ever have a rainy day and you want to go down a rabbit hole, look up the undulata. There are a few of them out there, and there's a lot to be said about them. This hosta, I do not know what this is. It is definitely not blue cadet. There's another blue cadet right here, and this one is definitely not. I remembered after doing that last video that I went to a plant sale years and years ago with mystery hostas. So I did get some mystery hostas. All right, and there is Sum and Substance in all her glory. I'm going to back up so you can see how pretty this is. Okay, and this is another undulata right here, just the plain green one. I have pots tucked here and there in the garden, which they will look really pretty in another few weeks now that we've got some heat. So then we go to this area right here. Now I have my packing list in my pocket because, well, I'm going to tell you who I know for sure. I know for sure that this little beauty is Avocado because he used to be over here and I moved him. I know for sure that this little beauty is Velvet Moon. I know that this little beauty is Cool as a Cucumber. Notice that there are no slug damage on any of my hostas this year. So I feel like I should elaborate on that a little bit and give you my theory on what I think is going on. There's one of two scenarios. Either one, the snails and slugs all just looked at their watch and like, it's go time. She just said it out loud that we're not here, let's go. Or number two, my efforts have finally paid off. Now listen, I'm an organic gardener and it is a bug-eat-bug world, but you have to allow the growing pains of the bug-eating bugs to happen. You know, the old story of the woman who swallowed a bird to catch the spider, to catch the fly. How absurd. Yes, I know. If you can get through the growing pains and welcome all of the good things that want to get all of the bad things, you can have a beautiful system in your garden. And I think what's happened is finally there are so many critters here that want to eat the slugs that the population may be under control. Or it's go time, I don't know. And this little guy right here is Lemon Snap. So everything else in this growing area is on this list right here, all right? So here's what I think. I think that this is Captain's Adventure. I think that this is Purple Sensation. I think that this one is Moonlight Sonata. I think that this one is Orion's Belt. So that leaves this one right here. I'm going to leave all the names up on the screen. And this one right here. And I only have two left on my list. And that is Tokudama and King Size Hosta. Now, if one of these is King Size Hosta, they are in the entirely wrong place and they will get moved eventually. But who is who, I do not know right now. But this is year 3 of these being in this location here, and they are filling in nicely with my Astilbe and the Aurelia in the back. We're looking good. All right, so now this island has another one of the plantagineias here, a nice, really big one with strip tees, making a comeback, looking really good, so much nicer than the last time we did a video. This is Diamond Lake. August Moon. Baby Blue Eyes. I love that one. Fragrant Bouquet. First Blush, also making a comeback. Looking good. This is Mighty Mouse. This is a new one that I picked up. And Dream Queen. All right, so now let's go down into the lower yard and take a look at the hosta down there. You can see my elderberry bushes are looking so full of elderberries. We use it medicinally, and I'm looking forward to the harvest this year. Oh, here comes my pterodactyls. All right, so under here we have fried bananas, and it is a beauty. And behind it is humpback whale, and it just loves where it's living. I love this little corner here. And if you duck down, you'll see autumn frost. So this garden has changed a lot since the last time we did a hosta tour. I'm going to be working here a lot this year. But let's take a look here. We've got Andrew. Andrew just shows up. It's been many years. It looks really good this year. Not a lot of slug damage. No slug damage at all, but it's very small. It's always been small. And I have a beechwood drinking gourd here, and behind it is Regal Splendor. Looking awesome. And another golden tiara right here. This is the one I'm thinking of digging up and dividing probably next spring when it breaks ground, and kind of spreading it out along the edge. This one is a mystery, and it's the one that I saved from under the oak tree over there. I moved it last fall. I also moved Guardian Angel, and it did not do so well. I might just buy a new Guardian Angel because it really is a very beautiful hosta. Oh, I almost forgot T-Rex in the back. And this is stained glass, a transplant last year, and right next to it is Bridegroom. Elegant Fog, very pretty. Rainbow's End. This one is Sting. Another stained glass. Blue Angel. And Francis William. Please note, since our last tour, there is no more Lily of the Valley here. I've got this cute little Liriope. And Dancing Queen never has looked so nice. So pretty. I love the color. I love the texture. It's a beauty. Now over here is where trouble is brewing. We got some trouble going on here. Some of the hostas are shrinking. That is the trouble that I'm having. So I am going to be moving them definitely if we have a rainy stretch of weather anytime soon. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. This is Mouse Ears, and Amy Elizabeth is one of the ones that is shrinking. She's not happy here. So if we are not happy, we will be moved. Fire Island, Tiny Tears in a few different areas, and it is such a cute little ground cover hosta. Look at that, it's so cute. This one is Gooseberry Sundae with those beautiful burgundy petioles. And then there's My Goodness Gracious. Does not look like it did last year. This one, I have to move it this year. I have to move it to save it. It's the Tree Roots. It is still one of the most beautiful hostas that I have. More Tiny Tears over there. Another Plantaginia. Color Festival has been stomped on a few times. I believe a skunk is out here at night, rooting through the soil. This is Gentle Giant. All right, so we're gonna go look at the hostas over here. And before we do, I wanna tell you that we have a new possibility of where hostas are going to go. So our line, our property line, has been where this rolled up fence is right here and that green fence post. There's a little lot here of 50 feet. And beyond that is more public land. So we have purchased that 50 feet here. I am going to need help with cleanup for sure. I'm gonna have to hire somebody because there's bittersweet like you would not believe in there, you know, as big around as my arm, is so big. But I think it could just be like borrowed landscape dotted with hostas in there. That's what I'm thinking. And the other thing is, so I just have to leave a path large enough for like a vehicle to get through. Right here, I've been looking at this. I think I'm going to extend this hosta garden out and maybe make it be a walk-through going that way between those trees right there. So, you know, so I like gardens that have a destination, that don't have a dead end. It makes you want to go into them to explore. That's just my opinion. But let's go ahead and look at these. This is Great Expectations, which is such a beautiful hosta. And there's a lot more of that Plantaginia. I say it's so awkward, don't I? Plantaginia. And Guacamole is a beauty. And we've got Patriot back here. And then I just have, I have Big Daddy. There's a better example of Big Daddy over here. And then I've got this other type of undulata, the green one, all through here. And this is Big Daddy. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at the hostas that were my grandmother's up here. Undulata, var undulata. Is that what it is? I think it is. I think that's what it is. So, very common or not, I don't know. There is a great article on the Delaware Valley Hosta Society or Hosta Club about the undulata family, if you want to seek that out. But you know what, this just holds a special place in my heart. I think it is a beautiful hosta. I think I'm going to divide them next year and put them in other places. They're just a bright spot. So this concludes our hosta tour for today, and I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear how your year is going in your hosta garden, or any challenges that you're having. And again, if you have a favorite hosta, drop it below so that I can check it out, because I love me a new hosta. So thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time with me today, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.